There we are. Coming off without a hitch. No issues. Yeah, this is the way this should go. No mixed up shit. T-Roy's in charge. We got this. How are you, my friend?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah? I like that shirt. We got a little Looney Tunes All-Stars. What do we got going on there?
Yeah, my mama got it for me.
Nice.
Yeah, she sent this to me a couple months ago.
What's that dude's name up on the big furry heart guy?
Oh,
yeah.
that's
his name?
the monster. It's
Is it just the monster?
I don't think so. I think he does have a name. It's kind of weird, but I don't remember. He's the one that gets his nails done and his hair.
Yeah.
Gossamer.
Is it?
His name's Gossamer.
Holy shit! Look at you.
Oh,
I wouldn't have ever guessed that.
yeah. I'm like 99.9% sure.
Yeah,
his name's
fuck yeah, Gossamer. Look at you.
Wow.
Oh, although I think I did spell it wrong. Oh no, I did not. It.
I wouldn't know how to spell it.
I did Gossimer.
No, I think there's an O in there.
And then no.
No?
Nope. But then, well, maybe not. And then it's, but Gossamer shows it too. So
yeah.
I think it is Amer.
I'm a huge Looney Tunes fan. Like that's my jam. This is the only clothing I have featuring, Looney Tunes All-Stars. Got Sylvester and Tweety and Tasmanian Devil, and it's got bugs. If anyone wants to get me any clothing, Looney Tunes related, Foghorn Leghorn is my guy.
Strong.
You cannot go wrong with I said, boy. Like, there's just something about that old Kentucky drawl he's got that just cracks me up to no end. I love me some. And by the way, I will say the Woke Bay sent us a couple very nice T-shirts yesterday.
Yes, indeed.
Got in the mail.
Yep.
Yours, the one for you says it's like what does it say? Something about Grateful Dead. But it's like
Grateful Dead T-shirt with a skull and tie-dye, but it's just written.
Yeah.
It's very J.
It's very, very J. Exactly. If people don't know what that means, J, instead of using emojis, he would just write them out like black hand, middle finger emoji. Instead of just doing a black hand flipping the bird.
Yeah.
That was Jay saying. It was kind of hilarious, especially when you're texting with him to piece together what he's saying. Yeah. Because he would do like that.
Code.
Yeah. So your T-shirt is like that. And then the T-shirt the Woke Bay sent me had like 2 thumbs. And it said,
do not resuscitate.
Do not resuscitate. Like this guy. Which are great. Now, I will say, I don't know what the fucking Woke Bay is thinking. Look,
you're svelte, sir.
I am no skinny mini. However, the idea that me or you, who has probably a good 60 pounds on me, and 6 inches of height, are both 3Xs. You fucking kidding me?
Looks like I got 2 shirts.
You did, and I hope they shrink because you're not a 3X.
No, not.
You're a big dude. You're not fat. You're just a big guy. So 2X for you is good.
2X is generally good until they shrink up. And then
okay.
So a 3X can be right on the button.
Okay. All right. Well, these shirts they're really cool. That's the part that bums me out. It's like, just send an XL. I'd have been fine. I mean, how fat do you think I am, Woke Bay? Jesus Christ.
Apparently a couple X's worth.
Yeah. The last time, it reminds me I was in, I was down in Los Angeles, San Diego. I was on one of the boardwalks there with my sister, and I walked into, they have all kinds of boardwalk stores, and they're all selling fucking merchandise for Santa Cruz surf and blah blah, all kinds of shit like that. And I went in there and I was looking at a shirt that I wanted, and it was a Grateful Dead skull, and it had like Santa Cruz something on it. I understand Santa Cruz is north, so I think it was somewhere in San Diego though. But something along those lines, and I'm looking at it, and I grabbed the XL, and the lady there is just like, not going to fit. You need at least 2X. I was like, fuck you, bitch.
Wow.
And she was right. I probably needed a 3X at that point. The shirt was a little snug.
Yeah, sometimes shit just doesn't fit right. Like I could never do any of the, like when the kids were growing up and would do like the Abercrombie and that kind of stuff. It's ridiculous. That's not
Forever
a real
21.
size.
No.
It's not a real size. It's not accurate. There's no way that's an XL or a 2XL.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Right.
So
Some people are so bold. Like that lady in the store that was like, as if you need 2X at least. And I was like, fuck you. This is before I'd ever like owned a 2X. And I was like, oh man, I must look like real shit on the outside. Someone is to be claiming that. But it reminds me of that when back in the good old days when I had a maid. She would come clean my house, and one day she's just like, "What happened to you? You got fat." And I was just like, "Fuck off, Sophia! Jesus Christ, you fucking Pollock."
She was great.
Yeah, Sophia was awesome. She really was. But this is this is the first time I've worn this.
I like it.
Yeah, not bad. And I like yours, Bigfoot. Stole my marijuana. What is with you and Bigfoot?
What do you mean? Well, Squatch is a nickname.
Yeah.
So
okay,
they
it's
call
fitting.
me Squatch. Yeah.
And that does look like you walking.
Right.
Yeah.
Got the gimp and everything. I was a little high. I was up in the UP.
Okay.
And I'm like, gotta get a shirt. I was like, all right, well, this is the fucking shirt I'm getting.
Yeah, I love it. Bigfoot stole my marijuana.
Michigan UP.
Michigan UP.
Right.
Michigan's UP.
Michigan's UP.
Yeah.
Upper Peninsula.
Yeah.
But Bigfoot stole my marijuana. That son of a bitch.
That's all right. You
He's
got
sneaky.
Plenty. You got plenty. I like seeing you in a good mood, T. I haven't seen you.
Yeah.
It's been a rough go for both of us. With me
Sure.
dealing with my shit, my recovery, and you,
Yeah.
the lack of recovery. Try as you may.
Sure.
It's good to see you in a good mood. The weather is working in our favor today. A little warmer out, all that kind of stuff.
Gonna be almost 80 again tomorrow.
Is it really?
Yeah. And then get
Dude, it
cold
was
again.
snowing yesterday.
I know, and then it gets cold again.
Oh my God.
Pure Michigan.
Pure Michigan. It is so Michigan. Anyway, interesting show we did last night. I hope people enjoyed it. I don't know what people expected. It's nice to see healthy debate in the comment section. Mm-hmm. We don't get much juice on YouTube. I suppose I need to do a better job of cultivating that, and I've started that ball rolling. It's a work in progress.
Let's figure out how to do those shorts.
Yeah, that's the next
big
step.
part of it, yeah.
You know what? I'll let you in on a little secret. When I was off with my back surgery, I was texting with AA Ron, who I adore.
Love that guy.
I love him, love
Big
his wife.
sexy.
They're just awesome people, And I was like, hey, buddy, can you make me, because he made our logo, the TDC spinning one, which I think is dope. I was like, can you make me a donut? Just a video one. And then I need a little help with some video editing, which I haven't done. I've done, my
sorry,
career
a
was
video
audio.
donut?
Yeah, a donut is like the front and back, and then you put something in the middle.
Okay.
And so in radio, it was known as a donut. You'd have like a sounder at the front, and then at the end on 101 WRI, and that would be a donut.
I got you. Fair enough.
So something like
the
that.
lay person.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. And so I reached out to him, and I was just like, dude, can you, because he can whip that shit together in no time. So can you put together some sort of donut for me so that I have like just an intro that fades into whatever the content is, nothing more than a couple seconds. We don't need any. Yeah. And then boom, an outro with the website or something, so that I can start taking segments of the show and putting them together in their blah. And he's like, I was wondering when you were going to start getting restless after your surgery. I was like, yeah,
That's a good sign.
The gears are turning. So once he gets on that, and I'll ride him for that. I will. I'm not opposed to riding.
Why would you be?
Getting on the A train and really riding it hard.
Yeah, no doubt.
So something to look forward to. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but how about radiofor1.com? Since we're talking about all the wonderful things we're doing, radiofor1.com is the website. It is live, of course. You can get some merch there, which is good. Amazon link, Amazon Canada, MyPillow, promo code TDC. It's been the same, whether you go to the My Store, mystore.com, or mypillow.com. I recommend the MyPillow 2.0. I really do. He's doing a lot of commercials for those right now, and I personally really like them, so you may as well. Groupon is there. A link to our Patreon page is there as well. That's a huge way to support the show, so we appreciate that. Feel free to send your emails, walters@detroitcast.com. Oh, I know what I was going to say about yesterday in the healthy debate, because Newberg's asking us questions, and I'm being as honest as I can. Probably a bit rambly, but yeah. What are
He asked you questions. He didn't ask me anything.
I know, which is kind of bullshit. I think people at this point, I usually tell people what's going on in my world. Yeah. It's almost like a therapy session just doing this. So when I go to a therapist, I feel like I'm just kind of doing a show for one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels kind of weird, but
Radio
yeah.
for one, perhaps?
Yeah, Radio for One, exactly. I think people would get more out of a T-Roy interview and finding out about your shit, but you don't care enough.
No.
But I was going back and forth
And I'll
with
just lie.
Yeah, that's fine. It's no law against
make
that.
shit up.
Yeah, sure. I was going back and forth with Michelle Dion last night.
Oh, the lovely and talented.
She is spectacular. I got to tell you, and because she was in the message boards with Jay Adams, and I almost jumped into the fray a couple times. Like when someone questions, like, there's no drag shows where they're doing this for kids and blah, blah, blah. Of course that would be wrong. And I'm like, well, I could show you some fucking videos. I don't think you're seeking out the videos that, I'm being presented. And so anyway, I know how into that community, and I don't just mean drag queens or anything like that, but
Sure.
Michelle Dion is very into dance, art, music. She's been in bands. She'll do the hula hoop stuff. So she's very kind of tied in with that Hollywood community. So I just sent her a quick text, and I was like, look, I saw your posts, and I adore you. I think the world of you, and I hope you're not overly offended. I swear to God, my whole thought is I think there's some dangerous shit going on, and it kind of ends there. To each their own. I don't care what people do, blah, blah, blah. And it sat there for an hour and a half. Usually she'll write back relatively quick. I'm like, wow, maybe she's actually pissed.
Just stewing.
And dude, she wrote back the longest fucking text I've ever received. And it was so eloquent and so well thought out and so smart and so above her pay grade as far as like she sees what's going on in the world on a level that, I've never just sat down and shot the shit with Michelle about this stuff.
Right.
Usually you and I are talking about it or whoever else, and just really, really smart, like I said, eloquent, smart, and you just get a sense for what a genuine soul this person is.
Oh, I have no doubt about that.
Yeah. And,
I've never questioned that soul.
Newberg's an awesome guy. You and I joke that he's middle of the road, Chris.
Yeah.
He refuses to fucking get into the, which is smart on some level and pussy-ish on another level, but whatever, to each their own.
Yeah.
He's smart. He doesn't want to alienate audience. Everybody's kind of got their way of doing this, Raj doesn't like to bring politics on stage.
Sure.
But he feels like that's his right on social media. And so, people handle it differently. But I love Chris so much. And talking to Michelle was just like, God damn, this girl is dialed in. And she gets the manipulation with social media and what it's doing to people. And I don't know, it was just encouraging to have conversations with people that I know are on different sides.
Of course.
You know what I mean? But still get it.
Yeah.
And we all really want the same thing.
Well, and to be able to have a healthy dialogue is the most important thing. We're at a point, we're getting to a point, whatever, of not even being able to have that. If you didn't agree, there was no common ground, there was no conversation, there was no mediation whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I mean, not most people we know aren't that fucking insane, but a lot are.
Some are,
yeah,
for sure.
So that's what it's all about. You don't have to agree.
Yeah,
but people have just lost empathy for opposing viewpoints.
Yeah,
completely.
Well, I think it's even further than that. I think empathy for their fellow man,
true,
including woman. By man, I mean mankind. Human, exactly. This is not a gender thing.
A Hugh person.
Yeah, but people have lost that, and we see it in smaller ways. When 100 fucking teenagers just storm a store, and the most pushback you'll get is people recording it, or someone just getting the shit kicked out of them, and there's no one there that can be smart enough to break that up. Like, what are you doing? Are we going to kill this person?
Yeah.
Are we going to commit murder here? Is that what we're going for? Like those types of things where it feels like society's off the rails in a lot of things. And those conversations are really helpful, it's great to have those with people you do disagree with on a lot of things.
Well, and I think like this show specifically, it gives people have a common interest. People like this show.
Yeah.
What your beliefs are, what your political affiliations, whatever. So on some level, they're like-minded. So that should hopefully be enough commonality that people give someone the benefit of the doubt. You don't have to agree and you don't have to change their mind. But you should both understand that you're not going to change the other person's mind necessarily.
Right.
And that's a big part of having a discussion. Is I'm not going to have this discussion with you trying to change your mind just because people are just dug in. You're not going to change my mind. I'm going to change your mind.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's not a healthy dialogue.
Yeah.
But to gain some understanding of where someone else is coming from, their viewpoint on it, why they think and feel the way they do, would go a long way for the betterment of society. It
sure would. And I wish we would see more examples of humanity at its finest. I think that would go a long way. It's hard to talk to people on any extreme. That's where it gets difficult, but that's not 80% of the population.
No, it's not.
80% of the population, believe me, is dying to shake hands and find common ground.
Of course.
J.R. Adams. I love Jay Adams.
One of my favorite people in the world.
He's awesome. His wife is equally awesome. Libtards,
of course,
to the max.
Sure.
And I that's fine. I've had some of the best conversations of all time with Jay. He's great, and his wife. To each their own. And I'm aware that we have way more in common than we do apart. And I don't know if he listens. He was listening yesterday, obviously, because he was in the back and forth. And, one of the things Michelle was pointing out that we've known for a long time is she's fully aware that her Twitter feed or her Instagram feed or her Facebook feed is showing her things that are different from someone like substantially different, like viewpoint of the world or whatever. And just so smart too about understanding of each of our upbringings is built into that. And it doesn't mean anyone's wrong or right.
That's a big part of it right there.
Huge part of it.
Yeah.
And also noting that, that we all, that not neither side is all good or all evil. And I think that's a lot of what we see is like, you want to write off this whole side that disagrees with you as evil. And it's just not true, and that's where we got to find that common ground. It's the only hope we have.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, let's be that divining rod, shall we?
I don't know if I can be that. You could be that for us, T.
I try to be.
I know you do. You do your damnedest.
Voice of reason over here.
The last time I took a flight, I was flying home from, I guess, California to Michigan. So it's a good 5-hour flight, 4.5, whatever, a little shorter coming back. And I got stuck in a position where I had family. So you got like 3 kids and mom and dad. And so it's like dad's sitting with these 2 kids on one side and mom's with the other kid. And this kid's kicking the shit out of my chair. And then one of them was a baby. And the baby starts just wailing, as babies are known to do. Just fucking little assholes. They don't care about their surroundings. Don't give a shit who they're bothering.
Selfish pieces of shit.
Yeah, they're monsters. Literally, they are. And sometimes you just need to give them a good fucking shake.
Yeah.
Quiet them down. And the only thing I did was this. Okay, so I'm sitting here and I just want to watch my screen, with my movie on it. And my chair is just being kicked. Boom. And it's just like, I fucking know that mom's sitting right there. She has to know, like, hey, knock it off, asshole. I'm going to tell this guy to turn around and punch you in the face if you don't stop kicking the shit out of his thing. And so I would just do this. I got to be careful. But I would throw back on my chair.
No BLT, sir.
Yeah, I know. So I would kick back, and then he would kick harder. And I'm like, you little motherfucker. I'm just trying to send subtle messages. And then the worst it got for me, where it ended for me was, just to turn around, gaze at the mom and the kid. Like, am I going to have to get involved here?
Right.
And
anybody, you want to step in here?
The only, and the reason I for sure didn't say anything is the dad, who was obvious this was a group family of 5 or whatever, 3, 2. The dad was tatted to the nines and fucking big, and I don't mean fat big. He was like, oh shit, he might compete somewhere. And it was like,
there's affliction T-shirt and cauliflower ear.
Exactly. And all I'm thinking is, don't want to turn around and be like, well, you want to keep your fucking baby in check, asshole?
Yeah.
Like, no, probably not the best move.
That's how you end up on on a fucking the
World
internet.
Star. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what happened to this passenger on a Southwest flight.
Oh, Southwest.
Yeah. Black guy.
Okay.
I got to say I'm team black guy, I think.
All right.
And
sure.
a lot of people are calling him a baby and an asshole and this and that. He's on a flight to Orlando, Florida, was recorded screaming, swearing at the parents of a child that would not stop crying. We all get it that kids are going to do what kids are going to do. And it's probably most horrific for the parents.
Yeah.
Because they know their kid's being a shit, right?
There's nothing you can do about it. And, it's not like, and most of the time with babies or kids, they're not just being assholes. Their ears are popping,
Right.
and things like that. Like, they don't understand. You can't calm them down.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I mean, it's one thing at like a restaurant when they're being an asshole.
Take them outside.
Pick them up and go. Fuck it. That's it. We're done. We're out. I'm not doing this. And
That's what my dad would do.
I'm good like that. I've taught my girls example after example for their whole lives of that guy.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, don't be that guy. Wherever we're at, whatever situation it was, don't be the guy that cuts everybody off because he missed his fucking exit and almost caused an accident. Like, you're right. Hey, that guy.
Yeah.
Go up, turn around, come back, dickhead.
Don't be a human asshole.
Right. Or blocks all the traffic because you want to fucking turn, you know what I mean? Like, shit. Like that guy. So it's always been my example.
Yeah.
So I've been very conscious to try not to be that guy.
What do you do if you, like, there's very little you can do. At a restaurant, that makes
That's
sense.
what I'm saying. But on a plane?
At a tin can flying through the air.
There's nothing you can do.
Well, I have seen people get up out of the seat with a baby and walk the aisles.
You can try. There's things that you can do.
Yeah.
And then you just piss everybody off. But you can go to the back. You can go into a bathroom, things like that.
Yeah.
You
my
can try,
whole
but
thought was
when the kid's going ape shit and their ears are popping, there's no calming them down.
Yeah. I refer back to, I was taught by Dr. Spock, famous for Star Trek, whatever. I think that's where he was from.
Just pinch their neck and put them to sleep?
Yeah, that one. Well, that would be a good one. Is it that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I firmly believe, not just grab that fucking kid and you fucking shake it and you fucking shake it and you don't stop shaking it until it shuts the fuck up.
Yeah, that's how people end up in jail.
Why?
Shaken baby syndrome.
Oh, shit. I forget about that all the time.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I could scoop up someone's baby, I'll fucking get it to quiet. You just fucking quiet. You're fucking waking up the whole goddamn fucking plane. Shut up. Not another fucking word out of you.
Why don't you just put their hand over their mouth until they stop making noise?
Oh, well, then you could potentially kill them or suffocate them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
I don't have any kids. It's probably...
For the best?
Yeah, for the best, because that's how... I know that I would be picked up in a moment of weakness. Like, yeah, honey, you're not going to believe it, but I shook the fucker to death. He just wouldn't stop.
Just snapped.
I gave him honey. I gave him crushed up Xanax. I fucking gave him Jack Daniels. He just wouldn't stop. And I in a moment of weakness, not proudest moment, I fucking shook that son of a bitch. A little too hard. Rattled his brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy didn't do that. Good for him.
Good. Shows amazing restraint.
Yes. And I hope I've got this unedited. I believe I have the unedited because it's worth it.
Let's go.
He's had enough. He's frustrated with a wailing infant. So after 45 minutes of wailing.
I'm guessing by Hood Zone Productions that you've got the unedited version.
I did have to seek it out because all the news stories had it and they poorly bleep it. And if I could have one meeting with all editing across the board, there's a way to edit and bleep stuff. And you guys all fuck it up.
Yeah.
You all suck at it. I swear to God, I could teach a master class on this, on how to properly beep a word out without driving me insane anyways. Right. So anyways, I think this is unbleeped. I don't have his name. Should we watch it?
I think.
And by the way, after landing at the Orlando airport, he was seen surrounded by authorities, including police officers. I don't know who else would be authority.
The TSA maybe. Or
oh, yeah, I guess. Are they cops?
Southwest. No.
TSA's not?
No.
Okay.
I mean, they're fucking airport cops. Although airport has real police, but TSA is just like the fucking travel cops.
Okay. He pleaded his case, claimed that his actions were justified because he shouldn't have been disturbed. I'm team black guy on this one.
Well, yeah.
I only call him black guy because I don't know his name.
Because we don't know his name. Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that is his name.
He was then marched to the airport by police. It's unclear if he was disciplined. I don't know what they would discipline him for, swearing in public or public disturbance or nuisance.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I guess we have to see how far this thing went before we know what level of charges are potentially there. But let's find out.
I do love seeing people melt down.
Let's see what
in a
Blake
tube
guy
that they
did.
can't get out of.
Yeah, right.
So this, what I've done here is it's 4.5 minutes long. I've fast forwarded in a minute 26, so this is going to pick up somewhere in there.
Okay.
Because of the camera angle, it was muffled. It was hard to understand.
But the intro to this doesn't give us any glimpse into how this started. This is already in
We're
mid
40 minutes into a wailing baby.
Oh, yeah, right.
And he fucking snaps.
Yeah.
The guy filming is just like, he finds it hilarious. So he's the guy here in the Columbia sweatshirt.
Okay, so yeah, is this doing the from behind you kind of thing?
Kind of flip the camera around and is filming it and laughing the whole time.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Okay.
Blake guy.
Let's be rational. We are in a fucking tin can with a baby in a goddamn echo chamber, and you want to talk to me about being fucking okay?
Okay, because you're yelling.
So is the baby. Did that motherfucker pay extra to yell?
Pause. Did that motherfucker pay extra to get on? So the flight attendant accuses him of yelling. He goes, "So is the baby."
That's fabulous. That's a great line. Right?
I love this guy. Someone actually pointed out in the comments, everything that comes out of this guy's mouth is worthy of a T-shirt, or something like that. And I'm like, hey, he says, you don't have to be yelling. He's like, the baby's yelling. Good one.
Yep.
As if the baby's is equal. Oh, I
Fuck you and shut up.
Fuck you and shut up.
I don't give a fuck. You were sitting there and watching that motherfucking baby cry for 45 something minutes. This shit didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Lower your voice. Fuck, lower that baby's voice.
Okay. I think it's all good.
I'm sorry, get the fuck arrest me. I'm
Pause.
tripping. Fuck that baby.
Yeah, his fat, gross white woman is trying to calm him down, but she's seen this before and knows, you know what? This is between him and the baby.
That's right.
And airport staff. I'm not getting involved.
Smart.
Yeah.
Right?
She doesn't want to get a backhand.
No. Right?
Yeah.
She'd be right in the middle of that. No, she'd get wailed on. Smart.
Yeah, she would.
You know, I'm guessing she knows what a fucking backhand feels like, so she doesn't want another one.
Yeah, she didn't want nothing.
Baby. They put cuffs on that kid. I'm good.
That guy looks familiar. He's filming this.
Yeah.
Fuck, the kid is the same. The kid made. Yes, you are motherfucking right because nobody was going to do something.
Somebody in
That's fine. That's fine. I'll tell you the baby the fuck out.
You have somebody to talk to.
Sorry, it's hard to understand.
It is. There's a lot of going on. What I will say, you know what I don't hear? The baby.
Yeah, the baby finally got the message.
I think so.
Yeah, maybe
the ends justify the means.
He at one point says, "Did that motherfucker pay extra to yell?" When they ask him to lower his voice, he shouts back, "Can you lower that voice?" As the woman sitting next to him quickly tried to calm him down, the passenger said, "I don't give a fuck. Fuck, lower that baby's voice. I'm triggered. Fuck that baby."
Fuck that baby. Yeah, that's shirt worthy for sure.
Yeah. Throughout the clip, the child's wailing can be heard in the background. After the air steward seemingly tried to reprimand him for the expletive-ridden attack, he added, "I know an attorney just like you, motherfucker. I got rights." If I hadn't said anything, we would be sitting on this motherfucking flight with a kid crying for 45 minutes. Bullshit. Yeah. Southwest released a statement to the Today Show saying, "We do not have details on this flight to share." Well, we've all seen the details.
Yeah, I think we've got our own details. Yeah.
Yeah, you really don't need to share them because who was it? Hood Web? Whatever it was.
What the hell was that? It's little. Anyway.
They shared the details with us, and we kind of get it.
Right. Hood Production. Hood Zone.
Hood Zone. There you go.
Give credit where credit is due.
But we commend our flight crew for their professionalism and offer our apologies to the other customers on board.
You know, I understand the frustration. Believe me.
Yeah.
And you have no idea how many times a day I want to fucking choke slam someone.
Yeah. Oh, no, I get it.
Right?
Yeah.
But what are you accomplishing here, man? You know what I mean?
He's just blowing his stack.
I understand.
He's had it.
I understand. But, it's one thing if, I get it, but show some fucking restraint. Show some composure.
Well,
say it. But to get up, make a big scene. I'm not full team fucking Blake.
First off, he didn't
here.
get up. Black guy didn't get up.
Oh, that's the guy in the fuck. Oh.
That's the air steward.
No.
Yeah.
No.
The guy sitting next to the gross white woman is the guy that's screaming.
No.
Yeah. It's not the guy standing up. He's an air steward.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, go look.
I mean, I know those two are going back and forth. All right. Hold on. I got to see this again. I thought this was a
So go ahead. You're not going to understand any of this. I went to an hour or a minute 26.
That's right. I'm going to go that far. That's right. So I was thinking it's the guy. This guy's face is great.
I know.
I thought the guy standing in the aisle was the one that's bitching, and then the guy sitting down is like, "Man, shut the fuck up. Sit down. Shut the fuck." Basically like that. That those two.
Oh, he is saying shut the fuck up, but he's the one causing this.
Okay, I gotta see this a little better.
No. Let's be rational.
Okay, because you're yelling.
So is the baby.
Okay, so you're a man.
Did that motherfucker pay extra to yell?
Okay.
Shut up.
You see, well, because you couldn't. I couldn't see their faces, so it's hard to tell which was which. I was thinking, all right, so I was mistaken on that.
Yeah.
But regardless,
there's something about black guys when they're so animated.
Yeah.
Not to cast broad whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But remember the black dude that was walking with his camera outside, and someone had fucking sideswiped like 30 cars in a row, and he's like,
"Look at this motherfucker here. Look at this motherfucker. Oh, look at that motherfucker. He got this motherfucker."
He's just for like 5 minutes, everything was, "Look at this motherfucker here."
I missed that one.
Motherfucker. I brought it up on Anthony Cumia's show. We were laughing our balls up, but we played it here. I'm sure you were here.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah. And this guy, so someone says, difficult situation all around, but that guy is so hilarious. Like every line was a masterpiece. Black guys are just cooler than most people. It's all there is to it.
Sad but true.
Yeah, they are. They're the way they express themselves. Again, I don't mean to broad stroke everybody, but by and large, black dudes have better rhythm, bigger dicks, and they're funnier.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. My ego's not too big to admit that. That dude is fucking hilarious. I wish he was on every flight.
Yeah.
It would make the flight way better.
See if his name gets leaked. Starts doing a tour. I wonder if anything happened to him. We don't know. They just know that he was questioned by authorities. I don't know if there was any actual.
I don't think so. I doubt it.
Because technically, I don't know what your.
I mean, if you wanted to be like disturbing, with his language in front of kids, I don't know if that's.
I'm not sure the gate
and I think
on that.
I think they have a lot of leeway.
I'm very guilty of that myself.
What, swearing in front of kids?
Colorful language, we'll say.
Yeah, me too. I think they've got broad. Being but that's under federal whatever. Federal, authority, and I think they've got a lot of authority, and they sometimes abuse it.
Yeah, true.
Whether they
you see when people are acting up and they just like fucking boom bounce them off the plane. Next thing you know, there's cops coming in to drag them off and shit.
Right.
So I don't know what crosses the line and what doesn't.
A lot of people were sympathetic to the mother. One writing, I just know the mom is traumatized to fly again.
Right.
Yeah. It's
true.
Yeah,
for sure.
Another says, everyone on the plane was thinking it, but he was the one to say it, and he said it badly.
Or said it well. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he said it.
Subject to interpretation, I suppose.
I think he said it kind of well.
Seemed like it to me.
This comes just days after Blue Jays player Anthony Bass.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you saw that, but I saw
the story.
He had a fiery debate about airplane etiquette. So he's from Michigan. I'm not familiar. He's 35. Plays for the Toronto Blue Jays. He posted a Twitter photo on Sunday of his two toddler daughters on a flight playing on electronic devices, so their iPads or whatever, with popcorn strewn all over the floor. In the accompanying caption, he explained that the flight attendant on the trip had made his wife clean up their kid's food mess. This flight attendant at United just made my 22-week pregnant wife traveling with a 5-year-old and 2-year-old get on her hands and knees and pick up the popcorn mess by my youngest daughter. Are you kidding me?
Now, the one issue that I have with this is, it's my understanding, if I didn't do any real deep dive into this, that the fucking stewardess gave the kids the popcorn. It's a whole different thing if the mom brings the popcorn and the kids just go ape shit with it.
Yeah, which they're going to do.
They're going to do. So if the stewardess gave the fucking kids popcorn, which was part of the story that I heard, that was my understanding of it, that then she's going to be saying that it was a health issue, like people with popcorn fucking allergies and shit or something. Like she had to get like every single fucking speck or whatever the term was for it. But like, bitch, you gave popcorn to a 5 and a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
The fuck did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, I look at this like this is like getting up to leave a movie theater and them going, hold on, go back and you've got popcorn in front of your seat. Like, okay.
I think that you probably have more details there, so I won't speculate. But my understanding was that she was falling back on the it's a health risk for other passengers to just leave this popcorn all around.
What does that have to do with who cleans it up, though?
Like,
unless she's saying, I have a popcorn allergy and I can't get near the thing. I need you to clean your
mess.
mess
Go get the
up.
other fucking sky
Absolutely.
to come clean it.
Dude, most people are siding with the stewardess on this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was shocked at that. I thought this would be like, it's a little, it's a kid.
It's a kid,
Kid's
right?
going to do that. They're going to do that. If you give them a bowl of Cheerios, they're going to throw some.
Yeah. Well, and
some's
like
going to be stuck in their hair.
That's sort of my my point on this is if the stewardess gave these kids the popcorn, which seemed odd because I've never seen
I was just
popcorn
gonna say
on
that.
a plane.
Me either.
But the original story that I read or article, whatever it was about it, said that the stewardess had given them the popcorn.
Okay.
Which, if that's the case, then go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
If the mom brings popcorn, knowing that that's going to be an absolute disaster, and maybe it is fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
And maybe she was a cunt. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe she was just chucking it around like it was fucking ground round. I don't know.
Or letting her kid do that, not
whatever.
without a
I
care
know.
in the world.
But still, I mean, if I've never been asked to clean anything. I mean, they come by with the stuff and you throw it away, but if there's something on the floor, there's something on the floor. But this obviously crosses a line into being like a disaster.
Many Twitter users called him out, the pitcher, and said that it is the responsibility of any parent to clean up the floor, not the cabin crews. This is a learning moment for me then, because
Possibly, yeah.
I had no idea.
Now, again, I don't go around making ginormous messes either, so I've never been in this situation. I have traveled with my kids. I'm sure we've made messes.
Yeah.
It's never been an issue.
Right.
And I do, again, that guy, I'm not that guy, so I will clean up things just on my own.
And what happens if you have a legitimate Mexican standoff with an air sky waitress?
Yeah. What, I can't get off until I clean this?
Yeah,
Is that
really?
what we're saying?
I'll get right on that.
Okay.
Go buckle in we're about to land. So I'll take care of that in a moment.
Yeah.
No, you're worried about your 5-year-old, 2-year-old, your luggage, you're 22 weeks pregnant.
Right.
The last thing on your mind is getting on your hands and knees is cleaning up the popcorn.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Right. It said she's on her hands and knees in tears.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. Like, well, really? Tears?
Yeah. Well, she could be emotional. You know how those pregos are.
She is emotional. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's probably pretty hot. She's married to a pro baseball player.
Yeah.
So she's probably very used to getting
Even in
away.
her big fat state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is 22 weeks, is that a huge state?
It's enough.
A few months? Yeah. So one hero father wrote, I have 3 kids, just flew coach 12 hours and was able to clean up after them for every mess. It's called parenting. Mm-hmm. Okay. Is this what you can, parenting?
Again, there's, that's my biggest thing. If the mom brought the popcorn, it's a terrible fucking idea.
Yeah.
And it went completely sideways. And, whether it's, at least make an effort to clean up. If it's not just like clean up after me, my husband's rich and we have cleaning people, so I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know the real ins and outs of this story.
Yeah.
But like I said, if in any way, shape, or form the stewardess, fucking sky whore, whatever, gave those kids popcorn, game on.
So that changes the story for you
for
dramatically.
Me, 100%.
Yeah.
Now, does she have to be held hostage to pick up every last kernel? before she's allowed to leave the plane.
No, that's absurd.
No, that's absurd.
Yeah.
But, if you don't want to be that guy,
Yeah.
you at least make an effort. You try and clean it up.
Someone says, do you expect park janitors to clean up after your pet? No. Your child, your responsibility. Well, I think there's a difference between a pile of dog shit on the lawn.
Yeah, the kid didn't shit on the floor either.
Yeah, if the kid had explosive diarrhea in its diaper, I wouldn't expect the cabin crew to change the diaper.
Right.
But
If
when
she
you're-
gave the kid a chocolate bar and there was just chocolate all over the place,
Yeah.
that's your responsibility. So that's a big gray area for me on who's responsible for
Yeah.
this.
I think what I'm learning here is when we're dealing with kids, and that this goes from a week old to probably 5 or 6. Maybe the best solution is to house all of them, not necessarily in cages, but maybe for their safety, but under the belly of the plane.
Yeah, can we just put like a big ball pit in the back or something?
Yeah,
Just throw them in there.
Yeah,
until
keep one adult
soundproof?
there just to keep an eye on them.
Sure.
Let them scream their little fucking heads off.
Yeah.
And I know we can't do that with pets anymore because it sometimes gets too hot and it can be distressing to an animal. But
Kids can be more
babies-
tolerant, I think.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. You would never put a puppy down there.
I wonder
But
what could stay in a hot car in the summer longer, baby or a puppy?
oof, I wouldn't even want to try it with a puppy. If
No?
you can get a baby, I'll do the experiment for you.
Okay.
I don't care about them.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll take it back. Well, a baby or a cat?
Ooh, shit. Yeah. Probably a baby would go first.
Think so?
Yeah.
Cats are pretty resilient.
Cats are, and they got 9 lives.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on how many of those lives have been usurped,
Sure.
a good parent would have taught their kids to pick it up and be respectful to others. I love this like blanket, a
Yeah,
good parent,
right.
As if this moment right here
This is the
defines your
teachable moment.
parenting
Yeah,
skills.
Right. I mean, there is some level of that. But again, I don't know how this all really went down
Yeah.
to assign full blame here. I think there's probably enough to go around. But yeah, this is not again, like I said, a woman traveling solo, 22
Mm-hmm.
weeks pregnant with her fucking 2 and a 5-year-old. Is that what they were?
Yeah.
Disaster.
Yeah.
Fucking
Sucks.
nightmare.
Dude, it's a nightmare for me just having a rolling case with me.
Yeah.
Two things that can both split in opposite directions at any moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. There's another one here. A solo traveler became embroiled in a fight with a father for making his young daughter cry. I agree with the person that made the daughter cry. Sorry, I don't mean to be mean, but I'll give you the details. 22-year-old woman said she'd reserved a window seat for her 9-hour-long international flight. That used to be my move, window all day. Now I'm an aisle guy.
Yep.
Just because I don't want to be like, excuse me, can you get up? I got to piss or I got to whatever. Extend my leg. I like aisle nowadays. But I used to be an absolute window guy. Give me the window all day long. So she bought this. She's got a 9-hour international flight. So once she boarded the plane and reached the correct aisle, she saw a young child was in her space and her father was in the middle seat. The man stared at her and said, she's a child, and then pointed to the aisle seat, like, park your ass
You
here,
sit here.
bitch.
Yeah.
Implying the young woman should sit there instead, but she insisted on taking her pre-booked space, which sent the little girl into a mountain of tears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not my problem.
No, not mine either. The amount of people I see do this, like, have you never booked a flight before? If you can't get 2 seats together, that's on you. Book earlier then.
Well, it's not. Here's the thing. It's not that most of the time, it's not that they didn't book it earlier. It's that they chose not to pay to pick their seats.
Oh, okay.
Right? So that you just show up.
Again,
and
your problem.
Your problem. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, sometimes it is last minute and you can't fucking get 2 together, but usually they're not that fucking full.
No.
No.
I wouldn't.
They got 2 seats together. It just wasn't the window seat.
Well, I was going to further explain that it seems like the last handful of flights that I've been on, there's some, and usually it's resolved very easily.
Yep.
Usually most people don't have a terrible, it's not a terrible injustice.
Oh, would you mind switching seats with my husband so we can
Sit together.
Of course.
Yeah, and most people just do it. The only way I would go, fuck off, is if they wanted me to go to their middle seat.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. I paid, I booked early,
Right.
and I got my aisle seat like I wanted. Don't stick me in the middle.
Right. Or
like
I'm
an
in row
asshole.
2 and they want me to go to row fucking 79Z.
Yeah, forget it.
No,
yes.
no. I did this on purpose. I'm sorry.
Earlier this month, plus size influencer. So that means fat chick.
Biggin.
And she is no bullshit, straight up defensive lineman.
Okay,
she could be
yeah.
a nose tackle.
Sure, moose.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a lovely person.
Sure, I'm sure she's great.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of cuntish in this story. She probably gives great blowjobs.
Yeah, well, they have to.
Yeah. She said the FAA and the airlines ought to give fatso flyers, she said overweight, I'm paraphrasing a bit.
Of course.
Fatso flyers as many free seats as they require to fly comfortably.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
Okay.
As plus size travelers, as fat ass travelers, let's be honest, you're a nightmare.
Yeah.
Basically everywhere you go. When I had 50 extra pounds on me, I saw firsthand like how embarrassing that can be. I get it.
Yeah.
But I did it to myself. So
Right.
now, I never got to the extender part of the seatbelt.
Thank God.
But I was stretching it to its limits, And so it's like, God, one more fucking bag of popcorn in this thing.
Right.
So, yeah.
I'm not that big. I've been bigger than this, but I carry it well.
Yeah.
I'm just big framed.
Yeah.
But even just sitting in my seat, that's the only problem I have with the aisle seat. Now I love it because I can get a couple legs out there, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, those fucking Bev carts just barely fit.
Barely.
I mean,
Yeah.
every fucking time.
Yeah.
I never see them coming. They get me fucking clipped.
Clip you every time.
And it's not like I'm leaning out.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't.
Just enough of your shoulder blades.
Yeah, but I mean, if I got another dude right here in the middle, I can only do so much.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Well, I got caught in the middle I might have been 2 flights ago, but remember that one where it was like disgusting fat wife, disgusting fat husband, and they were aisle window.
Yeah.
And and they were just like, no, we're taking both armrests, and I'm literally sitting like this.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible. So this fatso
That better have been a
says-
full flight.
It was.
I mean,
yeah.
100%. You didn't get up, take a couple pisses, scout the fucking area,
No,
look for a
and
seat.
the only benefit was it was the first row after first class, so it was like
Leg room.
there was like a lot of leg room in front,
Yeah,
and right there at the
lots
exit,
of leg room, no arm room though.
no arm room at all. As plus size travelers, my partner and I have unfortunately experienced discrimination and discomfort while flying. All plus size passengers should be provided with an extra free seat or even 2 or 3 seats, depending on their size, to accommodate their needs and ensure their comfort during the flight. By all means.
Right. But you don't have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. It's on everybody else. Who do you think's going to pay for that? Because the airline isn't.
No.
So even if they made a rule like that, we would all just end up pitching in an extra $20. So House can have an entire aisle to themselves.
Yep. How about that's fine. We'll do that. But your extendo belt costs as much as 2 seats.
Yeah, there you go. Who was it? Was it who got in trouble with that? Kevin Smith. Remember when he got booted off a flight and that changed him? Like
Oh, for being big? Okay. I mean, I know he lost a bunch of weight. I didn't realize that was part of it.
Oh yeah, dude, look it up. He got shamed hard on a flight where he needed 2 or 3 seats, and it was
boy.
just, he just
Time to reel it in.
drape himself with a hockey jersey and call it good.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Sorry, Tubbo, we're going to charge you double or whatever it was." And
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, hey, listen, everybody needs that fucking kick in the balls, I think. A little wake-up call.
The experts have spoken. We'll go through this really quick. The ultimate do's and don'ts list for airline travel. And some of these I wasn't aware of, and I might be guilty of them. Sit with your feet down and arms in front of you.
Well, yeah, I think that's pretty standard. I mean, don't spread out.
Yeah.
Don't air the bag. Don't fucking lean over the armchair.
Always
Armrest.
wear footwear around the plane.
Absolutely.
I've been
Fuck
guilty
yes.
of, because my tennis shoes are usually slip-on. I don't tie them a lot.
Yeah.
And so I'll oftentimes take them off with socks on.
Of course.
And
Listen, if your shit don't stink, it's fine. But I think that means more of don't walk around with your socks on. Too.
Yeah.
Like don't get up and go to the bathroom with your
Which I
socks
think
on.
I've done. I think I've done that.
Okay, guilty.
Yeah.
You're guilty.
Visit the galley instead of pressing the bell. Bullshit. So I'm assuming that's where the sky waitresses hang out?
Yeah, don't go bug them. Just you want them, call them.
No, visit that instead of just pressing the bell.
That's what they're telling you to do?
Yeah, that's what the experts are saying. See, some of these I didn't even know. I've definitely pushed the bell and been like, Can I get another water? Or, you know, can you shut that fucking kid up 2 rows behind me?
Sure. I guess I didn't realize that. I would think that that's frowned upon.
Yeah, that they wouldn't want people just beelining back there looking for an extra
I guess
bag
once
of pretzels.
the fasten seatbelt sign is turned off, you could do whatever you want, move about the cabin. But I would think they don't want you up in their shit.
If you've paid for your seat, do not give it up. I don't think there's...
Well, I mean, you're setting a bad standard, you know, for one. But to each their own.
Yeah.
Listen, if it's
Hey,
fine,
if I can help someone out, it's no sweat off my back. If I have to go back 1 row or something.
And if it's literally, you know, a fucking dad and their kid, you know, they can't sit next to each other, and I'm, go fuck yourself. Should have planned sooner. You know?
Yeah.
Not like it's a window seat that they just want.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But fine, they can't sit together, and I can do it. I've moved for people multiple times on flights.
Store bags in the overhead bins, wheels facing the window. Okay, I don't think that matters that much.
Well, that's just standard fucking common sense because your bag, your handle's like that, so you put it up in there.
Put it
so
up
you go
in
like
there.
that. So you would fucking do that.
It would be ridiculous to do it any other way.
Well, right, but people are fucking retarded, so they do it, and then they struggle and probably drop it pulling out and all that kind of stuff. So that makes sense. But it's a shame you'd have to tell anybody that, but okay.
Use as little force as possible with the touch screen TVs.
All right. I mean,
Okay.
Okay.
That's like, I mean, don't stomp when you're walking through the aisle. Like, okay. I mean,
it's like the elevator.
don't mash the fucking
elevator button theory, I guess. People like hit it, you know, like bang it, you know, hit it harder and things like that. No, it just
do not stand up as soon as the plane lands.
Amen.
Yeah, used to be that guy, not anymore. When I was in my 20s,
I shouldn't say that. I stand up as soon as I can, but that's just because I can't fucking sit. Like I'm the second I got to stand up, I need to stretch. But that's not to rush off the plane or to jockey for position.
Yeah,
I will stand up, you know, and that's with an aisle seat. You know, that gives me that opportunity.
Yep,
I can stand up right there. I'm not going anywhere. You know, I can also play a little defense for those cocksuckers that want to try and rush the front. Throw some bows.
Great move.
Set a pick.
Clip a wing. I'm not saying blacken an eye.
No.
But, you know, clip a wing. Some old lady thinks she's, I'm just going to scoot through. Not the fuck you are.
Not on my watch.
No,
bitch.
I will absolutely clip a wing of an old bird.
Sure,
I don't
problem.
care.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I just have to post up. Occupy a little space. That's all.
Yep. Cabin crew really appreciate good manners.
Of course.
Every
Who
human being
doesn't?
appreciates good manners.
Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised how many people like have this entitled attitude or think like that's like your waitress. That's your fucking, you know what I mean? Like, get me this. You know what I mean?
People
like,
do that really?
Yeah, there's people.
Wow.
There are people like that for sure.
Those people are hopeless. Then.
Agreed.
Like
but
if you need to be taught to not behave like that,
that's who these rules are for. The people that are too fucking stupid to know the difference.
Yeah.
And it won't make a difference anyway.
Like I saw a guy, and I'll probably screw up because I think I've told this story before, but it was another flight to San Diego, and there was a guy coming down the aisle, big black dude. And he was wearing a shirt, and I'll fuck up what the slogan was, but it was literally like, go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it was just like, okay, don't know if that's highly recommended on a flight with, 300 strangers, but, what are you going to do? Someone's kid.
Sure.
Running around with a go fuck yourself shirt.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
I had there's a couple flights coming back when I'd come back from overseas. More so coming back than going, which I always thought was odd. But like I did the same flights from Dubai to Amsterdam to Detroit, and that you change planes, in Amsterdam and come back. But that flight coming back was almost always empty. I mean, like 10%, 20% full at that.
Really?
Yeah. And I mean, I don't even remember what that is. 12-hour fucking flight, something crazy, fucking stupid like that. Long.
And is that just a seat, or they give you guys like?
No, it's just a seat. I mean, it's just a big ass plane. It's fucking whatever they were. But the fact that it was empty is that you could just go find if your row wasn't empty, you could just go find a row. I used to just go and just pop all the things up and lay down sideways across all 3 seats.
Yeah.
And just pass out.
When Jay and E and I went to Minneapolis or whatever, to visit Mike Lindell, we made it a business trip, and so it was like Spirit Airlines. That's where I got a lot of my disdain for Spirit.
Yeah.
Dude, it was one of those empty ones, and I did the exact same thing. We each had our own row, and it was like, I'm going up to the front. You could have 10 fucking rows, all empty. And it was just like, up with this armrest, up with this armrest.
Yeah.
I literally slept like it was my bed.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
You can't do that anymore.
No.
Hey, when you support our sponsors, you support TDC.
Yeah, damn right.
And we appreciate that more than you know. So if you're in the market for something new or pre-loved, or if you just want to sell your car, please give our friends at Zot a shot. They've been with us since the very beginning, and they love taking care of you. Get out there today and lease a new 22 Bronco Sport Big Bend as low as $298 a month, or you can buy the damn thing for 1.9% financing for 72 months. Or stop by Zot and lease a 22 Explorer XLT as low as $282 a month, or you can buy that cheeky bastard for 1.9% as well. Finally, you can lease a 22 F-150 Super Crew XLT 4x4 at $244 a month or lower. That's right, you could actually save another $20 to $50 a month if you qualify for a Ford private offer. So you got to give Anthony or Gabara a call to see if you're eligible. Plus, you can buy this bad bitch for 2.9% financing or 72 months as well. Get details and search Zot Ford's banging inventory at dealsinthed.com.
I hate stories like this.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, say it ain't so.
I do.
What are we doing?
Well, it's a Marvel actor.
Oh, I hate Marvel.
Do you? You don't like any of those?
I don't.
The DC ones,
Nope.
Marvel. What is Marvel? So that's Ant-Man and Wasp chick. That's
Marvel's all of them. Marvel's like Iron Man,
Captain
and
America.
Iron Man, all that shit. That's,
Yeah. I like the Iron Man stuff.
DC is like Batman,
Yep.
Superman, that stuff. Marvel was like Iron Man and Captain America. And
Yeah.
the Hulk. No,
And Hawkeye.
sure. I never heard of fucking Hawkeye until they made him into a movie.
Yeah. Jeremy Renner
Yeah,
plays
I know,
it.
but-
Stupid character.
He used to.
Yeah.
He ain't playing shit anymore.
Yeah, I know. I'm in the middle of a series with him right now. I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
Womp womp. They're gonna have to fake a car accident. And all of a sudden, he's gonna be blown in a wheelchair.
I watched his fucking interview with Diane Sawyer.
Yeah.
From I don't know, a week or two ago. I finally watched it on Hulu, and
Actually, I like Renner. I shouldn't bang on him.
yeah, I do too. You know what? I listened to him. I must have been in Phoenix because I was listening to Howard Stern with G probably, and it was a Renner interview. And apparently, he's so smart, like Mensa, all that shit. And Howard was asking him a lot about it. It's just like, ugh, just anything. People so smart, Can't wait. Oh, I gotta
What's 72 times 106?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
And so it was just like this blow fest about how smart he was. But whatever. His fingernails creep me out. I got to be honest with you.
Not familiar.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
something's going on with his fingernails. And there's a great shot of it if you've watched. There's Renovations,
Okay.
which is on Disney Plus, and it's him renovating. Like he buys up all these old, like school buses.
What the fuck?
What did? Okay.
Dude, what the fuck? That's real?
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a picture?
Yeah.
I've never mentioned this before, but it drives me nuts because you only see little glances of them.
Let me see if I can.
Okay, so it's not just me. There's something.
No, yeah. Like, listen, I put Jeremy Renner's, like, F, and it came up fingers.
Yeah.
Like,
Your reaction was quite stark. What the fuck?
yeah, it's not, there's something fucking weird going on there,
Dude.
man.
This is what I was talking about. Do you remember the story I told about there was a guy in Dearborn, and he was he would align your spine, and he used there was at the time it was only a couple people in the country that were doing this, and it was like this vibration that would realign your spine, and it would go all the way down your spine.
How did I get into this shit?
I don't know.
I don't know. All right. Don't, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Oh, you're fine.
I don't know what happened to the Renner shit, though.
But
Where'd it go?
so the guy at the front desk, and I won't reveal his name, but he was gay as fuck. I mean, just one of those, so flamboyant, so out gay. But his fingers were those. So it looked like he had anal beads on every one of his fingers. I was like, dude, if you're a gay guy, this is the way to go. It looks like he got fucking Tootsie Pops on the end of each finger.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just looks weird, dude.
Yeah, that looks least weird.
Right.
Right there. Anyways, Marvel actor Jonathan Majors, this has nothing to do with his creepy fingernails on Jeremy Renner.
Okay.
has been dropped by his manager, his publicist, and even the upcoming Met Gala. Oh no!
Oh no!
He won't be able to go to the Met Gala over accusations of domestic violence.
Oh no!
Sometimes you got to remind the hen who the rooster is.
Sometimes you gotta give him a little slap.
A little smacky smack. He plays the role of supervillain Kang the Conqueror in Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. He was arrested and charged with domestic violence.
Listen, I love Paul Rudd as much as the next guy.
Yeah,
But
awesome.
if this is a superhero, I'm out.
What?
Ant-Man is Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. He can shrink down to the size of an ant.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. But it is Paul Rudd. It's hard to hate on Paul Rudd.
Nobody loves Paul Rudd more than I do. I want
Yeah.
him to be my neighbor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
it was a great call.
that she should, no.
So, anyways, the alleged victim had visible minor injuries about the face and neck. Guys, you can't be leaving bruises on faces and necks.
Yeah,
You just
right.
can't do it. Since then, talent management group Entertainment 360 has released Majors as a client. Public relations firm, The Lead Company, has also said goodbye to him. To make matters worse, apparently he was in Creed 3. I have not seen that yet.
No.
He won't be making his planned appearance at the star-studded Met Gala, which he was supposed to attend as a guest of fashion house Valentino. According to Deadline, Majors and Valentino execs mutually agreed that it would be best if he did not attend. He's set to appear in court on May 8th, but has already released a statement through his attorney. Jonathan Majors is completely innocent and is probably the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows. We are quickly gathering and presenting evidence to the DA with the expectation that all charges will be dropped imminently. Now, I do
He's
like
the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows.
Yeah.
Isn't that how most domestic violence is?
Yeah, but if she's smacking him about the head and face too in a car, I mean, you can't go wailing on him. But
Well.
I do believe in the presumption of innocence, and it is on the state. If they're going to try you, if they're going to actually go to court, they're going to try to find you guilty of something beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
So to be dumped by everybody, like fuck the Met Gala, but your talent agent, it's like, okay, well, what if he hasn't been proved guilty yet, or
Well.
beyond a reasonable doubt?
No, that's true. Not convicted officially.
And he's a black guy,
necessarily.
T.
But maybe sometimes there's a knee-jerk reaction to things,
Yeah.
and sometimes people just know.
Well, she went on, his lawyer, went on to state that
I
there was...
got a bitch lawyer. That's smart.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Good move.
Yep. Went on to state that there was video
See,
footage.
I don't hate women.
Yeah. Right? She doesn't have any black
attorney's
eyes.
a bitch.
Yeah. She doesn't. So, video footage from the vehicle in which the altercation allegedly occurred, and said that the accuser, an unnamed 30-year-old woman, I'm going to guess hot, had provided 2 written statements declaring herself to be at fault. The evidence includes video footage from the vehicle where this took place, witness testimony from the driver and others.
Oh,
and
they were in a fucking Tesla.
huh?
They were in a Tesla.
I don't know what they were in.
Tesla's got cameras everywhere and recording.
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Scary.
And most importantly, 2 written statements from the woman recanting these allegations. So this is either one of those things where this is a girlfriend and they have they have some altercation. In the heat of the moment, cops are called. They make a decision. There's some bruising on her. They take him in. And then it's like, I'm sure these conversations take place. Like, if you don't recant this, the money train is going to stop. I will not be employable in Hollywood anymore. So, honey, we can say that you were kind of the asshole, a little overserved. You started hitting me a bunch of times. I simply defended myself, and maybe we can get this back on track. It's either that story or, who knows?
Right.
But
It's hey, listen, I go away, you get nothing out of this.
Yeah.
You recant your statement, I make it worth your while.
Right. Right. Who's the basketball coach? Was like the head basketball coach somewhere, and he got like $5.6 million a year, and his wife said something like, her fiance said, "Oh, he's beating my ass." They fucking shit can immediately and all that. And then it was like, whoa, wait a minute. I was at fault. It was like, bitch, I ain't never going to come close to 5.6 mil again if these charges stick. Let's go. Are we a team or are we not a team?
Yes, right.
So
We can be an X team, but
yeah, it's not going to be a good enough payday for anyone involved.
Nope.
First off, Stop hitting women.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Let's start there.
Well, let me preface that too with women. Stop hitting men.
Yeah.
Stop hitting men, and then getting upset when they fucking kick your teeth in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's a harsh truth.
It's a harsh truth. It is.
It makes
no
it sound
way.
like you could, under the right circumstances, knock a bitch's teeth.
Oh, under the right circumstances, I would.
Yeah, she's got a knife on you.
Sure. I'm not going to say I'd never fucking punch a woman. I mean, as a rule,
What if she pulled back
never
a
at
rubber
all.
band and snapped at your face?
No.
Blacking an eye at least?
Nope. I let the punishment fit the crime. You know.
Okay.
But yeah, would I never, ever, ever? I wouldn't say that. There's circumstances when I'll knock the fucking shit out of a bitch. You know.
What, especially if she's a bigot,
But
can hold
not
her own.
But whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, maybe I'm.
So if you got a
she's
toothpick girl, you're
she's
not
a little
gonna
one. I mean, I might backhand her. I might pick her up, throw
Windmill
her,
her
whatever,
into the
things like
fucking
that,
window or
you know?
something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my point is, stop fucking hitting men.
Thinking.
And then right, and then freaking out when you get hit back. Well,
Right.
yeah, okay. You hit someone, anyone, you deserve to get hit back.
I wonder where that line is in the eyes of the judicial system. If it's like, oh, she threw a drink in my face and I fucking backhanded her.
Again, then that's probably an overreaction.
But
okay?
if she took that same glass and smashed you on the side of the head with it,
That's assault,
and you
you're
decided to make
defending
her
yourself. Sure.
swallow her own teeth.
Yeah, I mean, there's
know.
there's various circumstances to everything.
The reason
and you have to match. You know that's my thing. Is match
punishment
the
crime.
level of violence, essentially. Right. A girl splashes a drink in your face, you can't backhand her. Right?
Never.
Well,
What
again,
if it's a large drink?
This is me. Let me just say this is my guidelines. I'm never going to tell anyone what to do.
Yeah.
But that does not justify that level of response.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Yeah.
You know? But again, and even, a chick smacks you, doesn't mean you automatically turn around and smack her back.
Yeah.
Okay? You catch a hand, you shake her a little bit, you fucking
shake her
give her
like
a
a
good
baby.
stern talking to, but
Wag
when
a finger?
But when they just won't stop,
Poke the finger? Can you poke him in the fucking chest?
Oh,
Fucking
that's-
listen here. You fucking think you can push me around, and you really give him a good poke. Just a fucking poke.
definitely.
Yeah.
And listen, I will say that.
What about a squeeze of the cheeks? This one.
Well, be
Oh,
careful.
that one stinks. That's kind of dehumanizing.
Be careful what leaves marks.
Yeah.
Generally, a good old square
It's
shot.
not my
to-
fault the bitch bruises so easy.
Hey,
Does
a shot-
that line hold up in court?
A good old shot to the stomach generally doesn't leave a mark. Takes the wind out, establishes the tone.
Yeah,
Be
if you
careful
leave
not
a-
to crack a rib.
If you
Things like that.
if you leave what looks like a Black Lives Matter fucking fist mark on her stomach,
Well,
you
know.
hit her too hard.
Yeah, generally. You don't have to, like I said, don't have to get in there to break a rib. You just got to take the wind out. Take the wind out of the sails a little bit.
It's hard to hurt someone without leaving any mark at all. The body swells easy, it cuts easy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think what's a good, a flick. Just good fucking bow right on the forehead. Bow.
That'll leave a mark.
Yeah.
For sure. A
Flick
good
in the
old-
ear?
The old ones where you fucking,
pull that.
cocked it behind your thumb.
Yeah, just
Thwap.
really get a fucking whap. Tag him on the
I
forehead.
wish I had something to fucking thwap.
Yeah.
I missed.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Experiment failed.
Experiment
Hi,
failed.
daughter.
How would you like to get fucking, by the way, whack one of those fucking pow with Jeremy Renner's fingernail?
Oh, that's like a hammer. No,
Yeah.
no, that's bullshit. No,
Yeah.
that's a registered weapon.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't know what's on the end of that thing.
What do
It
they
might
call that,
explode.
by the way?
Oh, what the hell do they call it? They call it. They
like
call
ball
it,
bag fingers?
Club. What do they call it?
Hi,
Let me
Sky.
go back up. Clubbed fingers.
Clubbed fingers. Yeah.
That's what they call it.
I call them ball bag fingers,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. I don't know how you feel about this. I have a visceral reaction, and I feel like women have done this to themselves.
Oh,
They've put themselves in the category of high heels to make them taller or makeup to make their face look different than they would. Certain hairstyles, outfits, and we've just kind of skated along like we don't have to do shit.
Yeah.
That's why when you're talking about, I'm going out tonight with blah blah, it's like give me a 7-minute shower and I'm ready to go in 10.
Yeah.
We're good. There's nothing I need to do. I don't need to paint fingernails.
Nope.
Paint fucking toenails. I don't need to doll up. I don't need to shave anything.
Nope.
Really? You know?
Well, you never know where the night might end.
Well, true.
Trim a bag once in a while. It's never a bad move.
Not a bad move, but it's not a daily occurrence. So, if we had just come up and all of existence, no woman ever worried about makeup or, painting nails or doing eyelashes or wearing heels or stuffing a bra. They did all that stuff to themselves. And that includes shaving body parts, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Huge
Tremendous.
fan.
Yes, indeed.
If I go down, there's some just blown out, looks like a bomb went off. Like, dude, I feel like I'm going to find ticks in there, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude, listen, going back to the dead days. Oh, the campgrounds and just patchouli and BO and pit hair.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you.
So,
And you know what? Actually, I'll tell you what. Pit hair, ironically enough, is not the worst for me. It's leg hair.
yeah,
It's way worse.
they're equal.
When you go up that
for me.
sundress and it's just like,
Yeah, I can deal with the stubble like it was 2 days ago. You
oh
shaved.
yeah, you made an effort. You just
know,
got lazy. I get it. No,
yeah.
this is like,
Apparently, shaving around the ankle bone is a real bitch. You can nick stuff. I don't know, but you put yourself in this position. Not me, not T-Roy.
No.
Like,
I don't listen. We just said that we just want to throw up when there's hairy shit, so we didn't put him in that position.
Yeah, but why would we say
Historically,
that?
Because men historically have been like, shave that shit.
Yes, but
Well, at post 1960.
right. However, if that had never come to be, and it was just like men shaving their beard or mustache or whatever, and women never shaved a leg, never trimmed a bush, that'd be a nightmare, or their armpits, it would just be part of being a woman.
Yeah.
So we grew up in an era where it was like the ladies took care of that, and it was like, yeah, that's the way to go. That's the way to go with this.
Yeah, that's one of
I
it's hard to
appreciate
come
the
back from.
legs and the armpits. That's awesome. Now there's some that are wanting to get back in the game, like, hey,
Oh, natural.
check it out. And you're like, oh, no, I've been conditioned for way too long.
Yeah. Yep.
Way too long. You can't do that to me now. You can't come in with a blown out armpit and expect me not to vomit your lap.
Yeah, sure.
And does that make me a misogynist? Does that make me a pig?
Well, I think everyone should be entitled to their own preferences.
Yeah.
If you choose a, cleanly shaven pit.
Shorn.
Shorn, yeah. So I meant that and shaven. It came out. Then sure, you're entitled to that.
So Rachel McAdams.
I like me some Rachel McAdams.
ya?
No.
Do ya?
No. Don't do that to me.
Oh, Rachel. She's 44 now.
Yeah, keeping it together for last time,
Yeah.
from what I recall.
She posed for Bustle magazine. Why people are doing magazine spreads, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
assuming
'cause
this
she's
is some
44 and
European.
She's 44 and there's not a lot of options.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Believe me, it's going to become a bigger problem the older you get.
Maxim's not calling anymore.
No, they are not. She's promoting her new movie, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Of course, that's the classic Judy Blume.
Yeah, right.
And they've made it into a movie with her starring in it. And she appeared in the images with her armpit hair exposed, prompting quite the reaction on social media.
Okay. Well, if I got to see this shit, you guys got to see this shit.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
I don't know if you can zoom in or if it matters. We can all see what's going on there.
Yeah, I haven't figured that out. I got to get better at this.
I feel like kind of a dick even bring this up. Like, I get it. I have often said, like, whatever facial hair I have, and I think you fall into this category, every once in a while you'll do the goatee.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll have a, 5, 6, 7 o'clock shadow, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Mine is pure laziness. That's
Yeah.
all. I'm not going for a look. I'm not trying to, I'm trying to attain a look of any sort. No. It is what it is. And so I understand if ladies, we've all had a girl, hold on, we'll get there. We've all had a girl where it's like, you can tell she hasn't shaved in a week. And it's like, yeah, what are you going to do? You don't kick them out of your life for that.
Yeah, winter, things get a little fucking bushier.
I've noticed that too. Girls in winter.
Yeah, well, you're not wearing shorts and skirts and stuff. You're covered up for the most part. You get a little
now when you're
lax.
laying next to me.
It's the off season. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but if I'm scissoring in bed, leg
Why are you
scissoring.
scissoring? Oh.
If I'm leg scissoring in bed with some broad and it's like, and I've got a lot of Swede in me.
Yeah.
A lot of Swede. Very much, not much hair.
How many Swedes have you had in you?
Lots of them. There's been so many Svens in me.
Bjorn.
But I don't have much in the way of hair. And my legs, having a girl with hairy legs, like for real, outdoing me, I can't do it. I feel like a pig for that. Like but I can't help how I've been conditioned in life and in society.
I mean, there's absolutely nothing about that makes me go,
yeah,
I got to give me some of that. I can't wait to.
I mean, imagine running your fingers through it.
You know, I mean, not that I'm a huge armpit guy
No,
or
me
anything.
either.
You know, I'm not running my fingers through a freshly shorn armpit.
Yeah.
Or, licking them that much.
Yeah, but if you-
but it's not off the table. I'm not going to say that.
If you've got a girl on top of you and she's like this, just like, oh, yeah. Like, dude,
Well, no, yeah.
no.
Well, first of all,
I might keep one of those fucking electric razors in bed with me and just try to...
like, oh,
As she
oh my God, you look so great in this light. Close your eyes for a minute.
just hit it real quick.
Just get most of it. That might be worse. Just have like patchy armpit hair.
Well, she could become a woman scorned and then want to send a message and be like, that's it, shaving days are over. And now you've really walked into it because you can't do the to her legs.
You can upgrade.
Yeah.
Time to get yourself a new one.
She's
go full caveman.
Yeah. In the interview portion of this Bustle magazine.
Oh, this wasn't just a photo spread of
Yeah.
armpits du jour.
No.
And is this Eurotrash stuff? Is that why? Because isn't that a big Euro
Oh,
thing?
yeah, that is more of a
European
Euro.
is,
Yeah.
a hairy pit.
Yeah. That it was more of a thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it still is or not, but
She discussed the importance of
yeah, she
showcasing.
disgusted me.
Huh? Yeah, she discussed at me. I agree with you there. She discussed the importance of showcasing her real body, which in this case included her instructing photo editors not to alter her photos. She knew everyone in the fucking editing bay is going to go, oh,
Get rid of that.
God.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Yeah. No. Fucking wash that out of
Oh,
there.
this is her natural body, completely dressed, just armpit hair hanging
Yeah.
out. You want to embrace your body, Rachel? Take it off, bitch. Let's go.
She
Let's see.
said, you cannot alter these photos.
Wonder if the curtains match the drapes and
Yeah.
fucking armchair covers or whatever she got going on there.
She compared it to a photo shoot she did in 2017, which included her titty pump. Okay.
Oh,
Great.
Rachel, what are we doing?
You've spit out a couple kids, and now you got to show off your titty pump for milk. Why don't you just show us all pictures of you taking a shit? Since we're just going all natural,
This is
there's
natural
nothing more
you.
natural than that.
Right?
Huh?
Nothing. What are you doing?
What? Me?
Yeah.
Why? I thought you were showing me something.
No, not at all.
Oh, you're just going through pictures?
Yeah, well, I realized I had left that on there forever as we were just talking. And I switched back, and I'm like, but I guess I should go through it again. You yelled at me the first time for going too fast.
Oh, yeah. No. You were going through comments, and I wanted to partake.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, yeah, in 2017, she includes this breast pump, which I get it. Women have babies, and they need to do that. But
Chick power.
to me, I remember my dad scolded my sister. She tried to whip out a titty at a restaurant to feed probably Reed at the time.
Sure.
Her first kid. My dad was like, put it away. Okay?
Way to
No
go,
one
Bob.
wants to see your fucking titty. Put it away. And she's just like, oh, God, all right. He was kind of harsh about it, but, it was like, throw a blanket over that thing. Do you need to whip that thing out in front of everybody? And I was like, go get it, Bob.
Isn't that standard
Go get her.
procedure, a blanket? I mean, are we just going open titty these days?
I don't know.
I
And
think
not that,
Styx
not
is
that
an
my
open titty chick. I
No.
would think titty, just some shame going. I mean, some.
No, but if there could be some pride. Those things kind of balloon up when you're milked, when they're full of milk.
Right, this is the biggest my tits are ever going to be. Check them out.
Yeah,
Pop
boom,
it out.
pop
Yeah.
them out, and it's like, ugh. So with this shoot, I'm wearing latex underwear, but I've had 2 children. This is my body, and I think that's so important to reflect back out to the world. It's okay to look your best and work at it and be healthy, but that's different for everyone. So she's showing off her armpit here while reclining in a red couch. So some of the comments, dear Lord, she has more pit hair than me. Not sure who exactly really wants pit hair. It's kind of worthless. Really is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like. I mean, I'm pretty just indifferent about my own pit hair. I don't never really.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect me too much in my day to day.
Nah.
I've never been like, man, I wish I didn't have these hairy pits. I
Yeah.
guess, but I've never. I don't know.
Someone else wrote, that's just nasty.
Yeah, right.
I'm with that guy. Well, I'm going to give you the advice my mother gave me. Once you start, you can never stop. And I remember rolling my eyes about that and thinking, ugh, that's not the fun answer, but it's so true. So once you start shaving, you can't stop? Is that what the...
I think so. Yeah, I think.
implication is there?
I think yes. Once you start down that road, it's very difficult to stop.
Yeah.
But God, it's a shame. I love me some fucking Rachel McAdams too. I
Yeah.
mean, damn. Don't ruin it.
God, I have so many stories here, but I wanted to get to Ask T-Roy.
Oh, well, it's ironic because today's segment of Ask T-Roy is brought to you by The Party Pub. If you want to impress everyone at your graduation party, wedding reception, poker night, MMA viewing party, or for any other reason, then you need to contact The Party Pub. It's a massive inflatable pub that can be set up wherever you choose. They also have all the best party games, beanbag toss, badminton, giant inflatable screens, and much more. So call Jeff El Jefe at 586-524-6701 or visit thepartypubrentals.com.
All right.
Take your event to the next level. Let me
Absolutely.
finish.
Sorry.
10% discount for TDC listeners and 2 free games.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Sure.
You got your fucking
Sure.
helping the world out face on T?
I think so. That's
Take
what I
these
that's
seriously.
That's what I do.
Dear T-Roy,
Okay.
I have a friend who doesn't drive and constantly asks me to take her places.
Wait a minute. Didn't we just do this yesterday?
Did we do that one yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, did I read that one?
Yeah. You need to better research.
Wait.
Yeah, doesn't want to. And she's always late. Newberg fucking chimed in on
Oh,
this one.
okay. All right.
Wait,
Sorry.
where's our theme music, by the way?
I haven't pulled it yet.
Okay.
And I don't know that he gave it that much thought. I'd rather he put a little more thought into it.
Fair.
Dear T-Roy, I'm having a big problem with my boyfriend.
Okay.
We had a baby 5 months ago.
Did
Gross.
you? Did you both?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Just checking.
Since then, he has changed drastically. He has.
He has.
Yeah.
Okay.
He previously had a problem with addiction, but had a handle on it. Did he?
As far as you knew.
Yep. He told me the baby was powerful motivation. My pregnancy was blissful, and he was attentive and caring. I know babies are stressful, and ours had colic.
Ooh, that's
I've got 13 colics in my...
yeah, not quite the same, but yeah.
No? I do. It makes cutting your hair a bitch. I can only imagine being a baby dealing with
Right.
colics like that.
Yeah. Yeah. He only had one.
Sucks. Yeah, he only had one colic. I have like 13 colics in my head.
How do you even have hair?
That's crazy. I know. So their baby has had colic. I don't know how you get rid of it. I'd love to know. I would. So we had many nights filled with screaming. I do most of the work with the baby, of course.
Yeah, Mom.
I quit my job to be a stay-at-home mom and nurse him. The only time my boyfriend takes care of the baby is for me to take a shower. This guy's he's killing it so
Yeah.
far.
Well,
I love this guy.
You got to establish that baseline early.
Yeah. He has been drinking every night, and now he's doing marijuana as well. Ooh, he's doing marijuana.
Oh, the marijuana? Ooh, Satan. Devil's
Wow,
lettuce.
you got to kick this guy out. He's never going to learn.
Monster.
He is pretty funny when he's high, but I don't trust him to take care of our son when
That's
he's
probably
that way.
smart. That's probably smart.
Weed high?
It depends on how high my man gets.
Yeah.
You know, edibles these days sneak up on you.
He's
Start
also
dropping babies. And
he's
shit.
also addicted
porn.
to his phone.
Damn it.
Which means could be porn.
Okay, yeah. Ding,
When
ding.
I try to tell him how I feel, he gets defenses. He accuses me of trying to start problems. He also lies about his addictions. Yeah, lots of us do. I only recently found out about some of his lies, and now I'm having a hard time believing anything he says. This is not how I wanted my life to be. This is not what I wanted for our baby. I'm trying to decide whether it's better to put up with it or leave. I'd have to get a job, find childcare. The thought of my son in daycare makes me sick, but so does being treated this way. Please advise me, T-Roy. Troubled new mom.
Oh, TNM. Well, I guess it depends on how badly you just don't want to go back to work.
Yeah, that's a.
Yeah, and let's break all this down.
I would take regular beatings.
Right? I mean,
Yeah, I
listen,
would. To never have to go to work. It's like, yeah, I get my ass kicked once a week by
Yeah.
my significant other, but that
Okay.
I'm okay.
So he's drinking. Sure. I mean, sure. Doing the weed, the marijuana.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's doing the marijuana.
you know, hey, listen, and to some people that's bad. And in some states it's still illegal.
Yeah.
So there's that. I will understand trying to, you know, live a God-fearing life and raise a child in the guise of the law.
Yeah.
And you're out there doing the illegal drugs
Oh,
and
boy.
shit,
Yeah.
illicit, if you will.
Sure.
Addicted to his phone.
Yeah.
Define that. First of all, who isn't?
Are we talking Candy Crush addicted, or are we
Right.
talking porn addicted?
Right. Or are we talking other bitches addicted?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking
Yeah.
about that he's addicted
is he on
to his phone?
farmersonly.com all
Right.
day, or is he
Yeah.
on Tinder or Grindr? If he's on Grindr all day, that's a problem.
That's
for
probably
you,
going to
too.
be a problem. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's gonna
probably
be a
not going to
problem.
end well.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a very personal question. I don't know that anybody can give you this advice because this comes down to what you feel in your heart. If you want to just keep riding this gravy train, or you want to get out there and be a single mom.
Well, it sounds like he's holding it together.
Seems
if
like
he's
it.
drinking every night.
I didn't hear any abuse.
No.
And she doesn't get any details about the lies unless that's the weed and the drinking.
Yeah.
Because that's
not.
Those are the only negatives.
You're drunk.
Those are the negatives that I heard. He's drinking again. He was holding it together, but now he's drinking every night.
Yeah.
Smoking the weed and addicted to his phone.
Can you blame the baby for this? Yeah. You got it all.
Yeah.
Can you blame the baby? Like this
yeah. Dude,
fucking
listen.
crying, screaming pile of shit won't shut up. It's driving me nuts.
Dude,
you won't
nothing.
let me shake it.
There is nothing
What am I
in this
supposed to do?
world that will ruin your life faster than a child.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know anybody that's got one that's happy. No one.
Yeah, let alone two, for fuck's sakes. You'd think you'd learn after the first one.
All right, T-Roy, switching gears. My mother puts pictures of me on Facebook, usually old ones, and invariably says, "Look how skinny you were."
Okay.
Gosh, that's kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
Kind of a dick move.
Yeah, sure.
I'm 60 now, and I don't look skinny anymore.
Why is your mom still on Facebook?
Yeah, your mom must be 90.
Christ, shut it down.
Your mom's shitting on you at
Right?
90?
Well, her mom might. It's
16-year-old
60.
mom.
Her mom might be
76.
fucking 72. Right?
Her comments bother me greatly. Recently, my daughters-in-law said something to her on Facebook about commenting on my weight and how they don't see me as overweight, but as a whole and wonderful person, just a bigger one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now my mother is angry. She says her feelings are hurt because she thought she was paying me a compliment. What, that 20 years ago you were hot?
Yeah, right? Look how skinny you used to be. Oh, I miss those days.
There was a day when you weren't disgusting. Remember? Look.
Yeah, remember when you had boyfriends and
People were all
social
after
life?
you? Wow.
No cats?
I cannot. I can't make her understand that you just don't make comments on people's weight, especially on social media. It is unkind. How do I get through to her? Weighty issue.
Moms are a difficult breed.
Yeah.
They are tough to deal with.
Yeah.
On some level, you owe them your life.
On some.
So it's hard to.
Or you blame them for your life.
Yeah,
Which I do with my mom quite
smart.
frequently.
Yeah, that works out well. You should do that a lot.
Yeah.
They love that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's fucking. Do you want to show her off, lose some fucking weight, and be like, "There, mom, I'm skinny now. Are you happy?"
Or just tell your mom to get off Facebook. She's got to be pushing fucking 85. You're 60. What do we
Can't
care?
you just get on there and fucking change her fucking her password? Something. Just lock her out and you never get it. All right, I'm sorry. You going to ask a question? Do you have an input?
I had an input.
What?
She's probably gonna die soon. Just write it out.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
the
There you
mom?
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Okay, from my daughter over there.
Yeah.
She says
Not on mic.
She's gonna. Well, that's fine. She says she's gonna die soon enough, so just ride it out.
Yeah. And it's 60. You got to just let that shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
If she's posting pictures of you from high school,
Right?
there is a subliminal message there, like
Oh, I'm
lose some
sure,
weight.
of
No
course.
doubt about it.
Yeah.
But, my mom is the sweetest
First of
woman
all,
on earth.
this 72-year-old mother better be a fucking biscuit if
Yeah.
you're out there throwing darts like that.
Yeah. Well,
Do
I
it right
will
back.
say,
Oh, mom, remember when you didn't suck?
Yeah.
Here.
my mom would make comments to me, and my mom is the last person who is going to shame somebody or want me to feel shame. She knows I'm sensitive. And so, but she would be like, give me a smaller portion. I was like, what? You don't fucking think I see what you did there?
see what you're
Really?
doing.
Stop it. Why is my salad twice as big as everyone else's, and my steak is a third the size of everyone's? What's going on here? Oh, I don't get mashed potatoes with Dad. I get fucking broccoli.
She's not putting you on blast
All
on Facebook.
No, she's not. But I see what you're doing.
Yeah, that's a mom's deal.
Yeah.
Moms are like that.
Moms are like that.
Moms can be a bit impossible sometimes.
Dear T-Roy, a few years ago, my husband, unhappy in his job, decided he wanted to be a real estate agent. He quit his job to do full-time real estate and really struggled. The company he joined offered little training and he had no office skills. The dramatic drop in our income almost bankrupted us. He asked me to also get a license to help. I have a great office job. I didn't want to at first because I knew I would end up doing almost all the work, but I did it anyways. Shortly after I got licensed, he was offered a position at his previous company. It was a blessing, and he took it. I've been selling real estate in addition to my job and having a lot of success. I believe it's due to my 20 years of office management experience and social media skills. I'm going to guess she's probably pretty hot, too.
Doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt.
Although I'm an introvert, I'm a hard worker, and my business is growing. People seek me out. My husband is jealous. When I sell a home, he pouts, acts depressed, or picks arguments around that time. He hates going to business dinners or training with our company, and if I go without him, he barely speaks to me the next day. Sometimes he gets excited and talks about how he needs to sell some houses. When he does, I encourage him and talk about how great he is at working with people. But
Wait, he
ultimately,
went back to his old job. Is he still trying to sell
but
houses?
he's still got his license, so he could probably still.
I mean, having your license and actively listing homes is
You can do
completely
that
different
kind of
thing.
on your own schedule, though.
Well, you can, but
So I imagine that's what he's doing.
okay,
He went back to his old
here
job.
and
And
there. Yeah.
he's still licensed, so if a friend wants
Yeah.
to.
Obviously, real estate's a fucking tough gig. You can just do it
Yeah.
as a fucking side hustle.
Yeah, unless you're a hot chick. Jobs seem easier for them, but
Generally.
I encourage him and talk about how great he is at working with people, but ultimately he does nothing to make it happen. I really enjoy real estate. I love getting out, showing houses, networking, and the extra income has really helped. I don't know what to do. Paying the price of success. I don't understand these people. I'll be on record saying that. I
listen,
don't.
If the reality is, if you are truly a team,
Yes.
then it's all a collective win.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are douchey like that, and they just can't handle a woman's success.
Oh my God. I would welcome that like you can't imagine.
Shit, yeah.
Like I'd be nothing but beaming with pride.
oh, I would
Bring
there's-
home all the bacon and I'll stay home and watch the kid.
Oh,
I
I
don't give
would
a shit.
love to be a stay-at-home dad. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think there's a definitely a generational thing here where it's like, oh, I'm the man of the house and have my dinner ready when I get home, like all that shit.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that's gone out the window, especially with two working members of a household. But if you can't, honestly, if you're jealous of your wife or your spouse
Yeah.
for their success, you're kind of an asshole.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he is 100% in the wrong here, especially when he was the one that asked her to get the license in the first place.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah.
you sucked
Yeah.
at it. And then you encouraged her to do it, then she's excelled at it, and now you resent it.
Yeah.
And you're jealous of it.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror, pal. This is all you.
This is a you
And,
problem.
she should.
What is that? Lack of self-respect or lack of
Well, it's feeling emasculated. I'm
inadequate.
Sure. It's feeling threatened.
Yeah. She's going to find. I understand, like, oh my God, you come home every day from your office job or your whatever, you're working at Remax, and it's like every day you've got a new story about Bill Mahalski and how hilarious Bill is at work, and
Yeah.
he's my office mate.
That guy's a badass.
Yeah, he is. He can be, but
Huge
he's.
cock on that dude, too.
But he becomes a threat. You come home and it's like, oh my God, Bill Mahalski was describing to all of us how huge his dick was, and we didn't believe it, and we made him pull it out, and it's true. Like, I get that when jealous guy comes into that.
This has nothing to do with somebody else. This has to do with her success.
Right?
It's his own insecurities, clearly.
Yeah.
And if I were her, that was okay. Well, then from now on, my home sales are mine.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Anything I get from that, my real job, your real job,
Until you
goes into
grow
the
up.
collective well. But any of the house stuff, that's mine.
Yeah.
If you're not
That's
going to be
great.
if you're not going to be team us, then go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Open a separate bank account.
Yep.
Start
Sure.
throwing checks in there.
Yeah, because if this continues, we're not going to be team us anymore. So I'm going to have my little nest egg set aside
Yep.
from all the extra hard work that I'm doing and succeeding at because I'm not a piece of shit.
And I'm hot.
Yep, obviously.
All right. Let's get some
Emails?
email. Yeah. Troy's New Year's merry-go-round.
Troy's New Year's merry. Oh, Roosevelt's story.
Roosevelt's story
Yeah,
we
I was
just
like,
told.
what? Yeah, okay.
Hello, friends. I have a question about Troy's epic New Year's lady buffet, which very easily.
my daughter's here.
I know. Which very earmuffs over there.
Yep.
Which,
Shut it down.
Which very easily could have been a television sitcom episode or a movie. Honestly,
It could have. But
I can picture juggling 4 women throughout the night, but how did he navigate 12 midnight on New Year's?
I do not recall.
I
Specifically,
don't either.
I do not have a definite.
That was New Year's, right?
See, I don't think that it was New Year's.
Here's what it
I
might
think
have been.
It was something.
Here's what it might have been.
It was
T.
something like that, but I don't know that it was New Year's specific.
I bet it was the night before Thanksgiving. Remember, there was a string of years where we would go there and like everyone from high school would come back from wherever they were.
That's very possible. I knew it was a big night, and you said New Year's, and I didn't. But I don't know that it was specifically New Year's, and that would make a lot more sense because I don't remember going through that.
Yeah, which would have been difficult.
Yeah.
To have 4 girls all looking to be kissed at midnight.
Right.
Yeah, I bet it was the Thanksgiving day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Biggest bar night of the year.
That Wednesday night.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes total sense.
P.S. Mike, thank you for sharing the I drank so much I blacked out and trashed my room story.
Yeah.
It's not easy to pull back the curtain of something we are ashamed of. That is the truth. And that's one of my more embarrassing moments,
Sure.
to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I had a similar coming to Satan event approximately 2 years ago. Long story short, I overserved myself over the course of a night that was highlighted by Dave Attell's comedy at Mark Ridley's.
Oh, nice.
And the low light of Ralphing on the way home in my best buddy's car. I was 40 fucking years old at the time, and it had been at least 15 years since I puked like a juvenile lightweight. Not a proud moment, but a life lesson learned. Frank. Yeah.
Hey, Frank.
Been there.
We've all been there, buddy.
We've all been there.
Yeah. Hey, you just got to learn your lessons from these.
I was just going to say,
that's it.
If you can learn a little bit, it doesn't mean you got to alter radically everything in your life. But if you can take stock and look yourself in the mirror and go, okay, is this what we're going to do?
There's your sign.
Is this what we're going to do? Because the good thing about being in this household is Troy and I have 2 packs together. Okay. One, if it's funny, you say it. It doesn't matter who it insults. That's one. And the other is it's a judgment-free zone. We don't judge each other for whatever stupid thing we've done. We don't use that as a fucking, oh yeah, well remember when you, and just verbal diarrhea shit. It's like, no, we're humans.
We're men.
We're men. We're going to be disgusting at times. We're going to make mistakes. And the last thing we need, believe me, Troy knows when he's been an asshole. I know when I've been an asshole. We don't need the further judgment on ourselves. So those are kind of the house rules.
Fair.
If it's funny, say it, and a no judgment zone. Next, Mikey. I'm only a third or so through your interview with Newberg, and I must say I'm finding it very important to be watching it on YouTube on that feed instead of just audio. You definitely ghosted us when you left, but I can tell you with all honesty, the entire time I was waiting patiently for your return to hear the opinions you had on all the craziness that was going on during your absence. You had to get your shit together, and I 100% respect that. And for those that may say you have overdone it on the political stories, COVID misinformation stories, trans stories, there's not a whole lot of other people who have approached those issues with the brutal honesty as a somewhat normal guy in society that you have. And believe me when I say we appreciate it. When you were discussing the Uttar Pradesh stories with the ivermectin and vitamin bundles they were distributing to fight COVID that worked tremendously, I might add, I was glad to finally hear someone tell those fucking facts. I was waiting for the guy who wasn't afraid to discuss those divisive opinions, and I was proud that my favorite little show in Franklin was the show that confronted some of those false narratives that we had been barraged by for years at this point. Anyway, I love your show, buddy. Sorry for the long essay. Jeff with a J. So it's not a G off.
Thank God.
Yeah. You know what, man? I'm glad you feel that way, Jeff. I really am. That is the point. It's the way I feel too. That there's, and you're not the first person to say that. That what I like listening to about you and Troy, I don't always agree with you, but I know you're being as honest with us as possible, whether it's regarding your personal life or how you feel about a story. And I take a lot of pride in that. We don't cover stuff that we don't have opinions on. I understand we can go over the top sometimes, and believe me, it's meant to be fun and silly at times and serious at times too.
Of course.
So that's the trick to this, is being authentic, which I think most media outlets really struggle.
Is that even a thing anymore?
Right. To be authentic in any way. And for good or bad, we're going to be as authentic to ourselves as we can, understanding full well that we are shaped by our upbringing, how we were raised. Like, there's differences to all of us. So the best we can do is give you our opinions on variety of subjects.
Sure.
And, that's what we try to do.
What 2 50-year-old guys fucking like to talk about.
Yeah, it's exactly. Let's see. Movie recommendations. Hi, Mike. I have a movie recommendation for you. I've been specifically asking. I think I watched everything on Netflix. I've watched everything on Hulu. I've watched everything on Apple TV. I've watched everything on Netflix. So if there's something out there, I think I'm out. I ran to the end of it. It's like you've watched everything.
The end of the internet?
Yeah, I think so. Especially that few weeks while I was really out with the back. So recently I watched Somebody I Used to Know on Amazon Prime. This is the first movie in a while that wasn't boring and thought I would pass along. Thanks, Katie. Well, thank you, Katie.
All right.
I notice a lot of these. There's a lot of these, the Amazon Primes, they're all coming out with series.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be shocked if I went Somebody I Used to Know and go there and it's like, there's
Episode
7
1.
episodes. And I'm like, those are tougher for me to get into. I want like a good hour, 45-minute movie that I can watch. I thought Puss in Boots was good.
Of course you
Yeah, I did. I'll be honest. We've gone a little late. I do have... Do you want me to read one more? I put this one off yesterday. It involves you.
All right, fuck it. Let's go.
Okay.
Get it out of the way. I'm in a
Oh
I'm in a good
boy,
mood today.
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about this.
Why?
Shit. This puts me in a predicament now.
Uh-oh.
Am I allowed to talk about the Bud Light thing?
Well,
Am I allowed to mention trans people anymore?
Yeah, it's in an email. Go for it.
Fellas, listening to poem 1719, Mike was right. And with that, we will call it a day.
Okay,
folks.
good night, everybody.
I love you guys. No. Mike was right. Here is the reasoning that T-Roy wasn't understanding. Where he acknowledges the larger issue at play with transgenderism, he brushes off this issue because of the apparent audience of beer marketing. But the audience is not and has not been what he thinks it is. The problem is that with most vice brands, traditionally cigarettes and beer, the marketing has been slanted toward the youth. Think Joe Camel. Most adults, once they have reached adulthood, have found and become entrenched in their brand. If you smoke Marlboros, that's your brand. If you drink Bud Light, that's your brand. So if we think about most traditional beer marketing, especially in the past 40 years, and definitely Anheuser-Busch, it's been geared toward pre-drinking age youth. Potty humor, hot chicks, dogs, spring break, sexual innuendo. Get them early, hold them until they die, and it works very well. So well, in fact, that it has become the playbook. So well, in fact, that it's become the playbook of the left, specifically the transgender community. This is where it gets really twisted. Anheuser-Busch needs a young audience. They know that Gen Z is not like past generations. They have been programmed to find insensitivity in traditional humor and misogyny everywhere else. Plus, they don't watch traditional TV or absorb marketing the traditional way. Very true.
Yeah.
To the Anheuser-Busch marketing director's point, the marketing needed to change. So how do you reach this new audience? Troy, you made the point, I believe, that this wasn't even a marketing campaign. It was a dumb twat on her own fucking Insta-cunt.
I think that's a direct quote.
He put you in quotes. That was your quote. It was this dumb twat on her own fucking Insta-cunt. It wasn't even a Bud ad.
I stand by that statement.
He must have backed that up to get that exact, because that's exactly what you said.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Checks out.
Insta-cunt needs to be a new fucking social media, by the way.
Right?
Yes. And that is exactly what Anheuser-Busch wanted. Utilize a highly visible social media darling whose impact is greater with possibly confused, highly open to suggestion children and young adults, and more than likely reach them for cheaper than any other media buy. If they wanted to truly advertise to drinking age adults, this probably wasn't the way to do it. The even bigger issue here, just to wrap this up, the even bigger issue here is that we have two brands desperately trying to become the brand of children. One is a beer, the other is possibly a dangerous social movement. By pairing with transgenderism, Anheuser-Busch has legitimized the outreach to children and possibly ensured that transgenderism becomes the brand of perhaps thousands of confused and impressionable American youth. Troy, you asked, so what's acceptable trans for you right now? Well, Troy, is this acceptable trans to you? Thanks, guys. Josh.
Okay.
Well written.
That is well written.
Yeah,
and
I appreciate it.
Yeah. First of all, don't take anything that I say, especially in the heat of the moment, for granted. But
Troy does a good job of riding that line of at least giving a little pushback on some things.
Sure.
I can tend to go overboard at times. I know what my faults are, and I can tend to go a little over the top sometimes. And Troy does a good balancing act of going, okay, what's the real harm? You know? So
yeah. Well, I mean, what is the acceptable trans? I don't. It's a good question, and that's probably a deeper question than we have at this moment. But
Right.
Trans on its face, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. You know what I mean? That's my trans in some levels of marketing, it's fine. Right?
Yeah.
But where it crosses the line, when it crosses the line, is a gray area, and it's it's everybody's line. Everybody has a different line. So
I will tell you too. To Josh's point, Budweiser would pay a shitload of money to reach millions and millions of people. Okay, that an ad buy to get that sort of reach would cost in the tens of millions of dollars, probably. So, for simply making a face on a beer can and sending a 6-pack to this fucking idiot Dylan Mulvaney, they literally got probably $1 billion worth of free advertising.
well,
Even if just from people bitching about them.
well, that's just it. I mean, they got 100 times more out of the pushback than they got out of the marketing itself.
Now, was that worth it? Time will tell.
We'll see.
Time will tell,
When you
but-
say no,
Press is good.
press is bad press, but they seem to be losing money by the fucking truckload at the moment. So
At the moment, I don't know.
know.
It'll be interesting to see. This is a different test for us as a society because I believe it could get the same treatment as
first of all,
Stewart.
do you know
Stewart,
Dylan
hold on.
Mulvaney is listed as an actress?
Shock.
She's acting like a woman.
Bud Light could literally get the Stewart from Beavis and Butthead treatment with the Winger T-shirt.
Yeah.
And instantly make something so uncool to their core audience that they
Holy
actually
shit.
do pay for it. in the
10
end.
million followers.
Yeah.
That dude.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yep.
Wow.
Real
All right.
women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, the emails only work if you send them to us, whether it's a Ask T-Roy submission or if it's pointing out something we've said or done on the show or things you like, things you don't like. I don't care. All of it is good and informative stuff for us. Walters at DetroitCast.com. And why don't we call it a day there, T? I know
go
your
have some
daughter's
dinner.
here. Hi,
Yeah.
Sky. Good to see you. You look great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.